Anyway, so I went to a fiberglass place, and they make these. I'll put this down. Anyway, so they make these cones for the size of the airstrips, and so I said, all right, I'll have one of those, but cut the top off, and I'll have one of those. Anyway, got that. It was pretty heavy, and we all know, like, if there's if it's too heavy, you're gonna start eating into your flight time. So I trialled that for 3 months. Was sick of that. So I said to my missus, I said, "Oh, I need you to sew a bag up for me." So she made this bag, and look at that, it works. Anyway, so we went to Spotlight. She sewed up a bag. She got jack of that, so I had to find somebody else to do it. Anyway, so she made this. She got this design, and then she made it so that the bag was clear, so we could see how much weight or how much vermiculite was left in it. So what we do is we mix up the bugs and the vermiculite, and we pour it in. And so when you're flying, I'm always on axis, so I'm not doing zigzags. It's always on axis for me. So I need to be able to see how much is left in the spreader bag. So the crops that I've done so far are I've done some apples, bananas, Brussels sprouts. I've got a phone call just before. I've got more Brussels sprouts to do. I don't know who eats them, but anyway. I've done some macadamia nuts, pears. It's quite interesting going to Shepparton to do pears. It's a bit of a freaky place down there, but that's pretty cool though. Anyway, I went to a pumpkin farm, and I'll get to this farm. It's a pumpkin and watermelon farm, and he said, "Oh, it's out at the back paddock. You just go out the back paddock and go and spread the bugs. No worries." How big is the block? Oh, 50 hectares. Righto. No problem. So drive for 20 minutes down this blooming highway in the middle of his farm doing 100k an hour, speed limit signs 100k an hour, and drive 20 minutes down to the back corner to do this block. Also, I've done lots and lots of strawberries. I've done a lot of tomatoes, and obviously watermelons. So strawberries, this season in the southeast Queensland, myself and my offsider, we've done just over half of the industry, which is 27 million plants. So that works out to about 700 hectares of area, and that was in a month. Now, you put that into terms for a saving for a farm, is the amount of bugs that we put out, that had saved that industry, that section of the industry, $300,000 in chemicals. So that's $300,000 in chemicals that we as consumers are not going to be eating. And it's also a good thing for the farms for their resistant management strategies. So that's my big craft there. It can lift up to 30, but we have to fly under 20 kilos. And I don't fly at 121 metres, but that's our normal height, is at around 2. So I've done the tomato farm. This is a bit of a testimony for the tomatoes out at Gatton. I went and saw Mike Cluck out there, and I said, "Oh, how'd we go?" Because I started doing his farm in November, and then I went and saw him at the end of his season. Said, "Oh, so do you want me back?" He goes, "Hell yeah, I'm never going to do that again." So he's had a really good success. Like he's done previous years, he would do multiple sprays for mites and for whitefly. And now, since we've been doing the beneficials for him, he's only done one silverleaf whitefly spray and 2 or 3 of insecticides for his tomatoes, which is a really good, that's a really good result. So for the cotton growers that are in here, This is a Hyardi. We've had really good success with this little bugger. It nails your silverleaf whitefly. What it does is your silverleaf whitefly lays an egg underneath the leaf, and then this little fella, it will lay an egg right on top of the silverleaf whitefly egg. So when that little egg hatches, it goes straight into the silverleaf whitefly egg, and then it eats its way out, and then goes and does whatever it does. So what we do is we mix them up into some vermiculite, and we take off and we fly down a row, and then we come back around 30 metres across, and so you just do a stripe up and back, and these little fellas, I'll fly about 20 to 30 metres either side of where they've been dropped. If anybody wants any, there's just ring up Bugs for Bugs, because I don't breed them, so Bugs for Bugs breeds them, and I can just spread them for you. And this is a bit of a different view from our drone flying over tomatoes. I said to the bloke that works with me, said, "Oh, stick a GoPro on top, but just make sure it doesn't get hit by the prop." So, and that's our view. So we've been all over the country spreading bugs. So the last 12 to 18 months, I've done 150,000 k's of driving, and we've done about 2,800 hectare of spreading bugs. So that's about it. Thank you.